In a quiet little town where the streets were lined with tall trees and small gardens, lived a young boy named Aaron. He was 10 years old, with curious brown eyes that seemed to see the world differently. Aaron was full of dreams and ideas, but he faced a challenge that many children did not. Since birth, he had been paralyzed from the waist down. Walking or running was impossible for him, and he relied on a wheelchair to move from place to place. Despite his condition, Aaron was bright, creative, and kind. He loved drawing pictures of the world he imagined, ships that floated in the sky, animals that could talk, and forests that glowed with magical lights. He spent hours drawing in his room, wishing he could one day explore the world beyond the walls of his house. But sometimes when the sky was gray and the rain tapped on his window, Aaron felt lonely. He longed for someone who could be with him always, someone who could understand him without words. His mother, Maya, noticed the sadness in his eyes. She was a hardworking woman full of love for her son. Every day she tried to make Aaron's world brighter. She cooked his favorite meals, told him stories about brave heroes, and encouraged him to pursue his dreams. But Maya knew something was missing. Aaron needed a friend, a companion who could bring joy and comfort into his life in a way that she could not always do alone. One morning, Maya woke early, filled with determination. She had planned a special surprise for Aaron. She left the house quietly so he would not see her leaving, and went to a nearby animal shelter. There she met a small golden puppy with soft fur and sparkling eyes. The puppy wagged his tail excitedly as soon as Maya approached. He was playful, curious, and full of energy, but there was something gentle in his eyes, a calmness that seemed to understand people without needing words. Maya instantly knew that this puppy was meant for Aaron. She carefully held the little dog in her arms and whispered, "You are going to meet someone special today, someone who will be a true friend." She paid for the puppy and named him Sunny, thinking of how the little dog's golden fur reminded her of the morning sun. With Sunny in her arms, Maya returned home, her heart beating fast with excitement. When Aaron saw his mother enter the room carrying Sunny, his eyes widened in surprise. "Mom, what is that?" he asked, his voice filled with curiosity. Maya smiled and knelt beside him. "Aaron, I brought you a friend," she said softly. She placed Sunny gently on Aaron's lap. The puppy immediately nuzzled Aaron's hands and licked his face, making him giggle. For the first time in many days, Aaron's laughter filled the room. He hugged Sunny carefully, unsure at first how to hold such a small creature, but soon he felt the warmth of his new friend. "Hello, Sunny," he whispered, stroking the soft fur. Sunny responded with a happy bark and wagged his tail, jumping slightly on Aaron's lap. Maya watched quietly, her eyes filled with tears of joy. She knew that this moment would change Aaron's life in ways she could not yet imagine. The rest of the day was filled with laughter and exploration. Aaron showed Sunny his room, introducing him to his drawings and toys. Sunny sniffed at everything, occasionally pawing at Aaron's sketches as if he were curious about the worlds Aaron had created on paper. Aaron's face lit up with excitement. For the first time, he felt like he had someone who truly shared his world. Maya watched the bond growing between her son and the puppy. She noticed how Aaron's hands moved more confidently as he held Sunny, how his eyes sparkled with delight, and how he laughed with pure joy. Sunny was more than just a pet. He was a companion who understood the unspoken feelings of a young boy who had spent much of his life waiting for someone to share his world with. As the sun began to set, Maya and Aaron took Sunny outside to the small garden behind their house. The garden had soft grass, colorful flowers, and a few small trees. Aaron loved it because it felt like a little magical world just for him. Sunny ran around chasing the leaves that fell from the trees, and Aaron watched, laughing every time Sunny jumped in the air. "Look, Mom, he's chasing the wind," Aaron exclaimed. Maya smiled, happy to hear her son speak with such joy. She knew that Sunny's presence was already giving Aaron something very important: hope. Over the next few days, the bond between Aaron and Sunny grew stronger. Sunny seemed to understand Aaron's needs without being told. When Aaron reached for a toy that had fallen, Sunny would pick it up with his mouth and place it near Aaron. When Aaron felt lonely or tired, Sunny would curl up beside him, resting his small head gently on Aaron's lap. Aaron felt a warmth in his heart that he had never felt before. Maya noticed something else that amazed her. Sunny was patient and careful around Aaron, never jumping too roughly or pulling him off balance. It was as if the little dog knew exactly what Aaron needed to feel safe and happy. This careful attention made Aaron more confident. He began to explore the house and the garden more, learning how to maneuver his wheelchair better with Sunny by his side. The neighbors began to notice the change in Aaron. He smiled more often when they visited, and his laughter could now be heard from the garden. Sunny had not only brought joy to Aaron's life, but also to everyone around him. People started stopping by to see the little dog, and they were amazed at how he interacted with Aaron. The bond between them was extraordinary, and it reminded everyone that friendship and love could come in many forms. One evening, as the sky turned orange with the setting sun, Aaron sat in the garden, Sunny lying beside him. He gently stroked Sunny's fur and whispered, "I'm glad you're here, Sunny. You make everything better." Sunny wagged his tail in response, as if he understood every word. Maya watched from the doorway, her heart full. She knew that this was just the beginning of something beautiful. The first part of Aaron and Sunny's journey was complete, but the real adventure had only just begun. With Sunny by his side, Aaron had found not just a pet but a friend, a companion, and a source of hope. And as the stars began to shine in the night sky, Aaron held Sunny close, knowing that together they could face any challenge that came their way. In that quiet town, in a small house with a little garden, a boy and his dog had found each other, and the world seemed a little brighter for it. For Aaron, Sunny was more than a puppy. He was a gift of love, courage, and joy, a gift that would change his life forever. The morning sun streamed through the windows, painting golden patterns on the floor of Aaron's room. The light touched Sunny's soft fur, making it shine as if the puppy carried a piece of sunlight with him wherever he went. Aaron woke up early, eager to see his little friend. Sunny was already awake, wagging his tail and sitting near the wheelchair, waiting for Aaron to begin the day. Aaron reached out and stroked Sunny's fur, smiling. "Good morning, Sunny," he said. The puppy barked softly, hopping onto his lap. Maya, who had been quietly watching from the doorway, smiled. She had never seen Aaron so happy and lively. Before Sunny arrived, mornings were quiet and filled with silence. Now laughter and joy echoed through the house. After breakfast, Aaron and Sunny went outside into the garden. The garden was their little world. It was filled with colorful flowers, soft grass, and a few small trees. Aaron loved rolling his wheelchair along the paths, and Sunny loved running beside him, chasing the shadows of birds and fluttering leaves. The boy and his dog had created a rhythm. Sunny would guide Aaron carefully, nudging the wheelchair when it was stuck or brushing against his legs to make sure he was steady. It wasn't long before Aaron realized that Sunny could do more than just play. One afternoon, as Aaron tried to reach a book on a low shelf, Sunny jumped up and pushed it closer with his nose. Aaron laughed. "You're amazing, Sunny. You always know what to do." He hugged the little dog tightly, feeling warmth and love spread through his chest. Maya watched from the side, her heart swelling with happiness. She knew that Sunny's presence was helping Aaron in ways no medicine or therapy could. Sunny was teaching him patience, confidence, and independence. Every small action the puppy took reminded Aaron that he could trust himself and his abilities. As the days passed, the bond between Aaron and Sunny grew stronger. Sunny seemed to sense Aaron's moods. If Aaron was quiet and sad, Sunny would sit close, resting his head on Aaron's lap, offering comfort without words. If Aaron felt frustrated, Sunny would bring a toy or nuzzle him, making him laugh and forget his worries. The little dog was patient, gentle, and understanding. One morning, Maya decided to take Aaron and Sunny for a short walk through the neighborhood. Aaron was excited but nervous. The streets were wider than the garden paths, and the uneven ground made it harder for him to move his wheelchair. Sunny sensed Aaron's hesitation. He stepped ahead carefully, stopping whenever there was a bump or stone, and turned back to make sure Aaron was following. It was as if Sunny had become Aaron's guide, protector, and friend all in one. Neighbors watched them pass by. Some waved, smiling at the sight of the boy and his golden puppy. "Look at them," said one woman to her child. "That puppy is very special. He helps the boy move so carefully." Others nodded in agreement, amazed at the connection between the two. It was not just friendship. They seemed to communicate silently, understanding each other's needs without words. Aaron felt proud as he moved through the streets. He laughed when Sunny barked happily at a butterfly or chased a small leaf in the wind. Maya walked beside them, keeping a careful eye on both, but she knew that Aaron was learning more than just mobility. He was learning courage, trust, and how to face challenges with a brave heart. One afternoon, while they were in the garden, Aaron had an idea. "Sonny," he said, "let's play a game. I'll make a path and you guide me through it." He set up small obstacles, a few flower pots, a low bench, and a small patch of uneven grass. Sonny's ears perked up as if he understood the challenge. The little dog ran ahead, sniffing and checking the path. Then he turned to Aaron, giving him a gentle nudge. Aaron pushed his wheelchair carefully, following Sonny's lead. Each time they reached an obstacle, Sonny stopped, waited, and helped guide the chair around it. The boy laughed, enjoying every moment. "You're the best, Sonny." "No one can guide me like you do," Sonny barked in response, wagging his tail. That day, Aaron discovered something amazing. Sonny was not only a companion, but also a teacher. Through patience and teamwork, the boy and his dog were learning together, growing stronger with every step. Over time, Aaron's confidence grew. He began exploring areas of the house and garden he had never dared to visit before. Sonny was always by his side, ready to help and protect. Even simple tasks like reaching a window or picking a flower became exciting adventures. Aaron felt a sense of independence he had never known before. He realized that having a friend like Sonny made the impossible seem possible. The bond between them went beyond play. Sonny seemed to understand Aaron's feelings and moods. On days when Aaron felt lonely or anxious, Sonny would stay close, offering warmth and companionship. He would sit silently beside Aaron, leaning against his legs as if saying, "I am here, and everything will be okay." On happier days, Sonny would run in circles, bringing toys and encouraging Aaron to laugh and move. Maya noticed something else remarkable. Sonny's presence was not only helping Aaron emotionally, but also physically. Aaron's muscles were growing stronger, and he was learning to maneuver his wheelchair more skillfully. The little dog was a source of motivation, encouraging Aaron to try new things, face challenges, and believe in himself. One evening, as the sun began to set, Aaron and Sonny sat in the garden, watching the sky turn shades of orange and pink. "Sonny," Aaron whispered, "I'm glad you're here. You make me brave." Sonny nuzzled his hand in response, wagging his tail slowly. Maya, standing nearby, felt a tear slip down her cheek. She had hoped that Sonny would bring joy to Aaron's life, but she never imagined how much love, courage, and hope a little puppy could give. From that day on, the garden became their special place. It was where Aaron learned to trust himself, where Sonny showed patience and loyalty, and where the bond between boy and dog grew deeper every day. The neighbors, friends, and even passers-by noticed the change in Aaron. He was smiling more, speaking more confidently, and showing a joy that had been hidden for too long. Sonny was no longer just a puppy. He was a friend, a teacher, and a source of inspiration. Aaron had discovered that companionship could change everything. It could bring courage where there was fear, joy where there was sadness, and hope where there was uncertainty. Maya watched them play, feeling a warmth in her heart. She knew that the journey ahead would not always be easy, but with Sonny by Aaron's side, she felt that her son could face anything. The little dog had already done what many people could not. He had opened Aaron's heart to the world again. That night, as Aaron fell asleep with Sonny curled up beside him, he whispered softly, "Tomorrow, we will have another adventure, won't we, Sonny?" Sonny blinked slowly and wagged his tail as if he understood. The boy closed his eyes, smiling. For the first time in a long time, Aaron felt safe, happy, and full of hope. In the quiet house, the bond between Aaron and Sonny grew stronger with every passing day. It was a bond built on love, trust, and understanding. And as the stars twinkled in the night sky, it seemed as if even the universe was smiling at the boy and his remarkable little dog, knowing that together, they could face any challenge and bring joy to the world around them. Aaron had grown used to Sonny's presence in his life. Every morning, the golden puppy was waiting patiently by his wheelchair, ready to begin the day's adventures. The bond between them was stronger than ever. Aaron no longer felt alone or uncertain. Sonny was his companion, his guide, and his friend. One bright morning, Maya decided to take Aaron and Sonny for a longer walk to a nearby park. The park was not far, but the path was uneven and filled with small stones, roots, and dips. Aaron hesitated for a moment, unsure if he could navigate the terrain. Sonny, sensing his worry, barked softly and wagged his tail. It was as if he were saying, "Don't worry, I'll help you." Aaron smiled and pushed the wheelchair forward, Sonny running beside him. The puppy was careful and watchful. Whenever Aaron reached a bump, Sonny stopped and nudged the wheelchair with his nose, guiding him to a safer path. Whenever Aaron needed to turn, Sonny barked or ran ahead to show him the best direction. It amazed Aaron how much Sonny seemed to understand without words. As they entered the park, something extraordinary happened. A small slope led to a sandy patch, and Aaron struggled to push his wheelchair through the soft sand. Sonny immediately sprang into action. The little dog ran behind the wheelchair, placed his paws firmly, and began to pull gently. With surprising strength, Sonny helped Aaron move forward step by step. Aaron laughed with amazement. "Sonny, you are incredible. You're really helping me." Maya watched in awe from a few steps behind. She had seen Sonny help Aaron in small ways before, but this was different. The puppy's strength, patience, and intelligence seemed almost magical. Aaron and Sonny continued through the park, and more discoveries followed. When they reached a small pond, a group of children was trying to fly paper boats on the water. Aaron watched with interest, wishing he could join them, but the soft grass made it difficult for him to approach. Sonny, sensing Aaron's wish, carefully guided the wheelchair closer, avoiding the mud and roots. The children noticed and smiled. "Wow, that dog is amazing. He's helping the boy get closer," one of them exclaimed. Aaron grinned and introduced himself and Sonny. The children were fascinated. They laughed and played together, while Sonny carefully stayed beside Aaron, making sure he was safe. Aaron began to realize something incredible. Sonny was not only his friend, but also his protector. The little dog gave him confidence to explore places he had never dared to go before. On their way back home, something even more remarkable happened. A sudden gust of wind blew a large branch onto the path, blocking their way. Aaron froze, unsure what to do. Sonny barked sharply and ran ahead, inspecting the branch. Then carefully, the puppy nudged Aaron's wheelchair backward, guiding him around the obstacle. Step by step, Sonny led him safely past the branch, making sure nothing tipped or shook. Aaron could hardly believe what he was seeing. "Sonny, you saved me," he said, hugging the little dog tightly. Sonny barked happily, tail wagging furiously. Maya rushed to his side, tears in her eyes. "I can't believe how amazing he is," she whispered. "It's like he knows exactly what to do." From that day on, Aaron began to notice even more of Sonny's abilities. The puppy seemed to sense danger, avoid obstacles, and even anticipate what Aaron wanted before he spoke. He was strong, patient, and intelligent, more than any ordinary puppy. Aaron told Maya about it one evening as they sat in the garden. "Mom, Sonny can do things no one else can." Aaron said, his eyes wide. "He knows when I'm scared or when I need help. Sometimes it's like he can think ahead for me." Maya nodded, smiling. "I think you're right, Aaron. He's not just a puppy. He's your guide, your helper, and your friend all in one." Word of Sonny's abilities began to spread in the neighborhood. People came to see the boy and his remarkable dog. They watched as Sonny guided Aaron through the garden, over rough paths and around obstacles. Some children even tried following Sonny with their own friends, laughing as the little dog ran ahead and helped them find safe ways. Aaron started to feel proud. He realized that Sonny was more than a pet. He was a source of confidence and strength. With Sonny by his side, Aaron no longer feared new challenges. He began to explore areas of his home and garden that he had never dared to visit before. Sonny encouraged him, guided him, and celebrated every small success with him. One afternoon, while practicing in the garden, Aaron discovered something surprising. Sonny could even help him reach objects that were slightly out of his grasp. The puppy would fetch books, toys, or even small fruits from the low branches of trees. Aaron's smile grew wider each time. "You're the best helper ever, Sonny," he said. The little dog barked in agreement, wagging his tail as if he understood. Maya noticed another change in her son. With Sonny's help, Aaron's confidence grew not just physically but emotionally. He laughed more, spoke more, and shared his ideas and dreams with others. Sonny had unlocked something inside him, a belief that he could try new things, face challenges, and enjoy life more fully. The neighbors, too, were amazed. They often stopped by to watch Aaron and Sonny in the garden or on their walks. "Look at them. That puppy is incredible," one neighbor said. "He's helping the boy in ways no one could imagine." Maya smiled quietly, knowing that the true miracle was the bond between her son and the little dog. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky in shades of orange and pink, Aaron and Sunny sat in the garden. Aaron stroked Sunny's fur gently, feeling the warmth of the little dog. "Sunny, you're more than just a dog," he whispered. "You're my friend, my guide, and my hero." Sunny leaned against him, as if he understood every word, and wagged his tail slowly. Maya joined them, sitting on the grass beside Aaron. She looked at her son and the golden puppy, feeling a sense of wonder. What had started as a simple gift, a small puppy to cheer up her son, had turned into something extraordinary. Sunny had become Aaron's guide, his companion, and the source of courage and joy in his life. That night, as Aaron fell asleep with Sunny curled up beside him, he felt a sense of peace he had never known before. He knew that with Sunny by his side, he could face any challenge, explore new places, and discover new joys. The little dog had opened a door to a world full of hope, courage, and love. Maya watched them from the doorway, feeling tears of happiness fill her eyes. She knew that Sunny was special in ways that went beyond what anyone could see. He was not just a puppy. He was a miracle in a small golden coat, bringing light to her son's life and to everyone who witnessed their bond. From that day on, Aaron and Sunny's adventures grew bigger. The boy learned new ways to move and explore, and Sunny was always there to guide, protect, and cheer him on. Each day brought new discoveries, and each small challenge became an opportunity to learn and grow together. Aaron realized something important. Life could be full of obstacles, but with love, patience, and friendship, even the hardest paths could be navigated. Sunny had taught him this lesson without words, simply through loyalty, care, and courage. And Aaron knew that no matter what happened in the future, he would never be alone. The quiet house, the small garden, and the little golden puppy had created a world where anything seemed possible. Aaron's laughter now filled the rooms, and his heart felt lighter than ever. With Sunny by his side, he had discovered a bond so strong and pure that it could overcome fear, sadness, and loneliness. It was a bond that promised hope, courage, and endless possibilities for the days to come. And as the stars twinkled in the night sky, Aaron held Sunny close, feeling grateful for the friend who had changed his life forever. He knew deep in his heart that this was just the beginning of a journey that would amaze everyone who watched them grow together. The morning air was cool and fresh as Aaron woke up, excited for another day with Sunny. The golden puppy was already waiting by his wheelchair, tail wagging and eyes sparkling. Aaron smiled and patted Sunny gently. "Good morning, Sunny. Ready for a big day?" Sunny barked softly, nudging Aaron's hand in agreement. Maya had planned a special day for her son. She wanted to take him and Sunny to a nature trail on the outskirts of town. The trail was known for its beauty, winding paths, tall trees, and a small creek that sparkled in the sunlight. It was a little challenging with uneven ground, roots, and rocks, but Maya hoped that with Sunny's help, Aaron could enjoy the adventure safely. As they set off, Aaron felt a mixture of excitement and nervousness. The trail was much rougher than the garden paths or streets he was used to. He glanced at Sunny, who ran ahead, sniffing the ground and guiding him along the safest path. Aaron took a deep breath and pushed his wheelchair forward, trusting Sunny completely. At first, the trail was easy. The sun shone through the trees, birds sang, and the gentle sound of the creek made the air feel peaceful. Aaron laughed as Sunny chased small leaves that fell from the trees. For a while, everything seemed perfect, but soon they reached a part of the trail that was steeper and more uneven. Large roots jutted out of the ground, and rocks made it difficult for Aaron to move his wheelchair. Aaron hesitated, unsure if he could continue. "I don't know if I can do this, Sunny," he said quietly. Sunny barked softly and ran to the front of the wheelchair. He nudged it gently and looked back at Aaron, as if saying, "You can do it. I will help you." Aaron took a deep breath and followed Sunny's lead. Step by step, they moved along the rough path. Sunny guided Aaron carefully, stopping to make sure the wheelchair was stable and turning when necessary to avoid obstacles. Maya walked beside them, amazed at Sunny's ability to lead and protect her son. She knew that without Sunny, Aaron might have been too afraid to attempt the trail at all. Suddenly, a strong gust of wind blew through the trees. A large branch broke off and fell directly across the path. Aaron froze, unsure what to do. The branch was too heavy to move, and the path was blocked. Sunny barked sharply, running back and forth, inspecting the branch and the surrounding area. Aaron's heart raced with fear, but Sunny stayed calm and focused. Then, without hesitation, Sunny guided Aaron backward along the path, looking for another route. Step by step, the little dog led him around the branch, carefully watching the uneven ground and making sure Aaron did not tip over. Aaron's hands gripped the wheelchair tightly, but he trusted Sunny completely. Slowly, they made their way past the obstacle, and Aaron breathed a sigh of relief. "Thank you, Sunny," Aaron said, hugging the puppy tightly. Sunny wagged his tail and licked Aaron's face, happy to see him safe. Maya smiled, tears in her eyes. She realized once again how extraordinary Sunny was. The puppy's intelligence, patience, and bravery were beyond what she had ever imagined. They continued along the trail, but the challenge was not over. Soon the path narrowed and led to a small wooden bridge over the creek. The bridge was old, with loose planks and gaps that made it tricky to cross. Aaron's wheelchair wobbled slightly as he approached it. He looked at Sunny nervously. Sunny sniffed the bridge carefully, then looked back at Aaron, giving him a gentle nudge. Aaron understood. Step by step, Sunny guided the wheelchair across the bridge, stopping whenever a plank seemed unstable. Aaron's hands gripped the wheels tightly, and his heart pounded with a mix of fear and excitement. But Sunny's calm presence reassured him, and slowly they made it safely to the other side. Maya let out a relieved laugh. "You two are amazing," she said, hugging Aaron. "I don't know what I would do without Sunny." Aaron smiled, feeling proud. Sunny barked happily, tail wagging as if he understood the praise. The rest of the trail was challenging but exciting. Sunny led Aaron over rocks, through patches of grass, and around tree roots. Aaron laughed as they discovered little wonders along the way. A family of ducks swimming in the creek, a patch of wildflowers, and a hidden spot where the sunlight filtered through the trees like golden rain. Sunny was always there, guiding him, protecting him, and sharing the joy of each new discovery. At one point, Aaron saw a small rabbit hopping through the grass. He leaned forward in his wheelchair, trying to get a closer look, but the ground was uneven. Sunny ran ahead, stopping in front of the rabbit and barking gently. The rabbit paused, then hopped away safely. Aaron laughed. "You even protect me from rabbits, Sunny." The puppy wagged his tail, proud of himself. As they reached a clearing, Aaron realized something important. The challenges of the trail had been difficult, but with Sunny's help he had faced them all. He felt stronger, braver, and more confident than ever before. Sunny had not just guided him through the trail. He had taught Aaron that he could overcome obstacles, trust himself, and face challenges with courage. Maya watched them sit in the clearing, the sun shining through the trees. Aaron leaned back in his wheelchair, Sunny curled up beside him, and she felt a deep sense of gratitude. The bond between her son and the little puppy had grown into something extraordinary. Sunny was more than a pet. He was a friend, a guide, and a protector. As they rested, Aaron stroked Sunny's fur gently. "Thank you for helping me today, Sunny. You make me brave," he whispered. Sunny leaned against him, tail wagging, happy to be by his side. Maya smiled, knowing that Sunny had given her son something priceless, the courage to face life's challenges and the joy of discovering the world without fear. The journey back home was easier. Sunny ran ahead, scouting the path, and guided Aaron safely. When they finally reached the house, Aaron felt a sense of accomplishment. He had faced a challenge that seemed impossible at first, and he had succeeded with Sunny's help. He hugged the puppy tightly, feeling grateful for his friend's courage and loyalty. That night, as Aaron lay in bed with Sunny curled beside him, he thought about the day's adventure. He realized that life would have challenges, some small, some big, but with friends like Sunny he could face anything. The puppy had taught him an important lesson. Courage was not about never being afraid, but about trusting yourself and those who care for you. Maya peeked into the room, smiling softly. She knew that Aaron's life had changed in ways she had never imagined. Sunny had brought more than joy and laughter. He had brought confidence, bravery, and hope. She gently kissed Aaron's forehead and whispered, "Good night, my brave boy." Aaron hugged Sunny and whispered, "Good night, Sunny." Thank you for today. As the night settled over the quiet town, the bond between Aaron and Sunny grew stronger than ever. Together, they had faced a challenge, navigated dangers, and discovered the power of trust, friendship, and courage. The little golden puppy had shown everyone that even the smallest creatures could make the biggest difference in a person's life. And as Aaron drifted into sleep, he knew one thing for certain. With Sunny by his side, he could face any challenge, explore any path, and discover the wonders of the world. Sunny was not just a companion, he was a hero in his own right, teaching Aaron and everyone who saw them the true meaning of courage, loyalty, and love. The morning sunlight filled Aaron's room, warming the golden fur of Sunny, who was already awake and wagging his tail. Aaron stretched and smiled at his little friend. "Good morning, Sunny. Ready for another day of adventures?" Sunny barked softly in response and jumped into Aaron's lap, nuzzling him gently. The day felt special. Maya had planned a visit from some neighbors and friends, curious to see how Aaron and Sunny had grown together. Over the past weeks, the story of the boy and his remarkable dog had spread through the town. Everyone was amazed at Sunny's intelligence, bravery, and loyalty. People said that the bond between Aaron and Sunny was extraordinary, inspiring, and heartwarming. When the guests arrived, Aaron was a little nervous. He had always been shy around strangers, but Sunny stayed close, giving him courage. The little puppy jumped beside Aaron's wheelchair, tail wagging as if saying, "Don't worry, I am here." With Sunny's support, Aaron's shyness melted away. He smiled, greeted the visitors, and even showed them his drawings in the garden where he and Sunny had spent so much time. The guests were amazed. They watched as Sunny guided Aaron through the house and outside into the garden. They saw how careful Sunny was, how he nudged the wheelchair gently over uneven paths and helped Aaron reach for objects. Some children laughed as Sunny ran ahead of them, showing the safest ways to climb small steps or avoid rocks. Adults nodded in wonder. It was clear that Sunny was not just a pet but a friend and protector, someone who inspired courage and joy in everyone around him. Maya watched quietly from the side, her heart full. She remembered the day she had brought Sunny home. She had hoped that he would bring happiness to Aaron, but she could not have imagined how much the little puppy would change their lives. Sunny had become more than a friend. He was a miracle in fur, a symbol of love, hope, and strength. After the visitors left, Aaron and Sunny returned to the garden. The boy looked around at the familiar trees, flowers, and paths and realized how far he had come. Before Sunny arrived, he had often felt lonely and unsure of himself. Now, with the little dog by his side, he had faced challenges, explored new places, and discovered courage he never knew he had. One afternoon, Maya noticed something extraordinary. Aaron was practicing moving his wheelchair on a small slope in the garden. Sunny ran beside him, guiding him carefully and giving him confidence. Aaron moved more smoothly than ever, turning corners and avoiding obstacles with ease. The doctors had mentioned before that Aaron's muscles were weak and movement was difficult, but now they were improving. Maya realized that Sunny had played a role in this improvement. The puppy's support, encouragement, and companionship had made Aaron stronger, more confident, and happier. Maya shared the news with Aaron. "Sunny is helping you in ways that no one imagined," she said. Aaron looked at his little friend with shining eyes. "He's amazing, Mom. He makes me brave and happy," he said softly. Sunny wagged his tail, happy to hear the praise, and nuzzled Aaron's hand. Word of Aaron and Sunny's remarkable bond continued to spread. People from nearby towns came to see the boy and his golden puppy. They watched as Sunny guided Aaron carefully, protected him from obstacles, and encouraged him to explore. Children learned lessons about friendship, patience, and courage just by observing the pair. Adults were inspired to believe that love, kindness, and trust could truly make a difference in someone's life. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the trees, Aaron sat in the garden, Sunny curled up beside him. Maya joined them, sitting on the grass and watching the peaceful scene. Aaron stroked Sunny's fur gently. "Sunny, I think we can do anything together now. I'm not afraid of anything anymore," he said. Sunny wagged his tail and rested his head on Aaron's lap. Maya smiled, tears of joy filling her eyes. She knew her son had discovered something far greater than strength or skill. He had discovered hope, trust, and the power of friendship. The little dog had given Aaron more than guidance. Sunny had given him courage to face challenges, confidence to try new things, and joy in simple moments. Together, they had explored the world outside their home, faced obstacles, and celebrated small victories. And with each passing day, Aaron became braver, happier, and more resilient. One day, Maya decided to take Aaron and Sunny to the town square for a small celebration. The townspeople had prepared a little gathering to honor the boy and his remarkable puppy. Everyone wanted to meet the little dog who had changed Aaron's life so completely. As Aaron and Sunny arrived, the crowd cheered. Children ran to greet Sunny, laughing as he wagged his tail and barked happily. Adults watched in amazement, smiling at the bond between the boy and the puppy. Aaron felt a warm glow in his chest. He had never felt so accepted and celebrated. Sunny stayed close, guiding him through the crowd, making sure he was safe and comfortable. The townspeople listened as Maya told the story of how Sunny had come into their lives and how he had helped Aaron find courage, joy, and independence. People were touched, and many said it was a story they would never forget. The celebration continued with laughter, games, and storytelling. Aaron rolled through the square with Sunny leading the way, showing everyone the paths and helping him reach different places safely. Children followed, learning to trust and care for animals. Adults nodded, inspired by the courage and love displayed by a boy and his golden puppy. As the day ended, Aaron sat on the grass, Sunny curled up beside him, and Maya looked at the two with a full heart. She realized that the gift of Sunny had become more than she could have imagined. The puppy had brought happiness, courage, and hope, not just to Aaron but to everyone who witnessed their bond. Sunny was a miracle in their lives, showing that even the smallest friends could make the biggest difference. That night, Aaron lay in bed with Sunny curled beside him. He thought about the past weeks, the long walks, the adventures in the garden, the challenges he had faced, and the confidence he had gained. He realized that life could have obstacles, but with love, friendship, and trust, he could overcome anything. Sunny had taught him this lesson without words, simply through loyalty, care, and courage. Maya peeked into the room, smiling softly. She kissed Aaron on the forehead. "Good night, my brave boy," she whispered. Aaron hugged Sunny and said, "Good night, Sunny. Thank you for everything." Sunny wagged his tail and rested his head on Aaron's lap, happy and content. The bond between Aaron and Sunny had become legendary in their town. People would tell stories of the boy who found courage and joy through the love of a small golden puppy. Sunny had transformed Aaron's life completely, helping him grow stronger, happier, and more confident. Together, they had faced challenges, explored new places, and inspired everyone around them. In the quiet town, the house with the small garden became a symbol of hope and love. Aaron and Sunny had shown that friendship could change lives, that courage could come in small packages, and that even the smallest acts of love could create miracles. As the stars shone in the night sky, Aaron held Sunny close, feeling grateful for the friend who had changed his life forever. He knew that no matter what challenges came in the future, he would never face them alone. Sunny was not just a puppy. He was a hero, a guide, and a source of endless joy and courage, and so, Aaron and Sunny continued their journey together, inspiring everyone who saw them, reminding the world that love, hope, and friendship could create miracles in the most unexpected ways. From that day on, they were more than a boy and his dog. They were a story of courage, loyalty, and the magic that happens when a friend believes in you.